Alright, so this is basically, I'm gonna call this day one. Getting ready for the open, basically just preparing. Going in, hitting some TTT today. You know, that's the programming I do. They've been holding me down good for about, I'm gonna say, a year and a half now. But today we got some, I think we got an EMOM. Well, first we got squat snatches going up to a certain percentage. Squat snatches haven't been too bad lately. My knees have been feeling a little achy these last few weeks, but since I've been stretching and stuff, they've been feeling a lot more springy, a lot better. So I can't complain too much. But we're gonna hit some squat snatches, so we're just building up to a percentage for that. And then we got an EMOM. We've been having a lot of EMOMs getting ready for the open, so hopefully this one isn't as bad as the other day. The other day was hard, so I'm gonna lock in and do those today. Preparing for the open, it's never usually nerve-wracking for me, because I think after the third year of doing the open, I was basically a quarterfinals athlete. And if you guys don't know what quarterfinal means, it basically just means that you move on to the next stage within the CrossFit season. So the last few, well, let me backtrack. This past year we didn't have quarterfinals, so it was just the open and then semifinals. So my season ended pretty short, which, you know, it was a thing. A lot of things change each year with the CrossFit season, so we're hoping that we continue to see the same structure for the next like 3-4 years, so we know what we're actually training for, and that the programming is pretty consistent, because over the last few years it's been pretty like mixed up and just jumbled up, and people have been training for one thing, not knowing what to train for. And it's like, that's kind of what CrossFit is, but just having like a linear, or what should I say for that, just having a basic guideline on like, all right, the opening is usually this, so let's train for this, definitely helps out, I guess, the normal person, the normal athlete, the guy that just goes into the CrossFit gym or box and they're just looking to stay in shape, but they do want to perform pretty well during the open. So hopefully we get that structure going into these next few years. But what I brought quarterfinals up for is that I don't really have to worry too much about the open. You know, I feel pretty comfortable with my fitness and my performance over the last year or two, that I'm definitely gonna make quarterfinals. So this big journey, or these next few steps going into the season, I'm just making sure I continue to move consistently and efficiently, and that I also don't get hurt. I think a lot of people's seasons come up or end short because they aren't stretching, they're just jumping into workouts, or they end up getting injured from one of those reasons. So it's like, I'm just trying to go into the CrossFit Open this year feeling good, and then basically start to peak around the time of quarterfinals, because if I'm able to do pretty good, I might be able to jump into some competitions and do elite. So do the elite division, which would be something big going into this next year, because I've been basically just doing RX. I didn't compete too much over the last few years, but last year I did a lot more competing than I did in a long time. Because I think before this past year, 2025, I think the last time I actually competed was maybe 2022, 2021. It might have been 2022. But, I've done online qualifiers, but actually being on the floor and competing, I didn't do that for a while. So I'm excited for this year. I'm going to be looking to do some comps that are pretty close and being able to get on the competition floor and get some things done. But you guys let me know down below how you guys feel about quarterfinals coming back this year. I know a lot of people are excited. It extends the season for a group of people that were really looking forward to that, and I'm one of them. So we're gonna see how everything plays out. But like I said, we got some squat snatches, we got an EMOM going, and then afterward I believe it's just some accessory work. So should be a pretty decent day. Yesterday was pretty quick. Jumped into the class workout. I believe our gym just switched over to Mayhem affiliate, so we're doing the Mayhem programming for the affiliate, and it was a pretty good workout. We did basically, what did we do? We did 30 cals on echo bike, 30 pull-ups, 30 back squats. So the back squats are from the ground, so you did have to clean it and then put it onto your shoulders to get that back squat position. And then you rested a minute. Wasn't really a rest because you had to change your weights. And then you would go into 20 cal echo, and then 20 chest to bar, and then 20 front squats. And then for the last set, it was 10 cals on echo bike, 10 bar muscle ups, and then 10 overhead squats. For the back squats, the weight was 95. For the front squats, the weight was 115. And then for the overhead squats, it was 135. So, I think I did fairly well in that workout. Could have moved a little bit faster, but like I said, my body's been aching a little bit, but no excuses. I ended that first part of the workout at 11:57, I think that's when I finished that part of the workout. And after you finished all that, you moved on to a complex of clean, front squat, jerk. You worked up to a max within 7 minutes, but after you finished the first part of the workout, you rested for 5 minutes. So I think I do fairly well with getting a little rest in between things like that. So I was able to build up to 295, which is really good. I think my actual clean and jerk PR is 305. I haven't really tried to hit it in a while, so I'm thinking that I might be up to about 315 now, or 320. So making gains, man. Gains like that you don't really see too often, especially after the first few years you do CrossFit or Olympic lifting. It's like, the first few years you hit all your PRs, and then you go into doomsday and you don't really see PRs for a while, but you still gotta put in the work, polish up the form, and then you'll eventually hit those PRs again once you hone in and hone in on a certain amount of things that you need. So, but CrossFit season coming up, man. I hope all you guys are getting your training in. CrossFit Open is a great time to see where your fitness is. I think if you're starting out and you're a little bit nervous about doing the CrossFit Open, I think you still should do it. It's a fun time, great time to be with the community, and I think that's the most important thing. I think that's what Dave and HQ have been trying to push towards, is making it more community based. Like I said, a lot of people's seasons end fairly quickly right after the Open, and if you're not doing any other competitions throughout the year, it's like, hey, if the CrossFit Open is going to be your only thing, then go all in on it. Take it seriously, still have fun, but just have some goals set, have some goals in mind that you want to hit, or a certain percentage, and you aim for that. If you do fall short, just know that's something that you got to work towards next year, you know. So nothing wrong with that. There's been years that I fell short, but I think CrossFit type people always look for that next step. So as I failed and came short a few years, it was just like, all right, let me see what I need to build on. Built on a few things, and now I feel like I'm at a position where I'm fairly comfortable going into the Open, knowing that I'm gonna most likely make quarterfinals, you know. So can't wait. Like I said, I told you guys what I got for today. So yeah, man. See you guys at the gym, and let's lock in. So we over here, man. Ready to get these snatches in. Got my warm up in. I'm gonna hit these snatches. So let's get right. All right. Start off light. Ah. So we just gotta build up to like 195 and then jump into the workout. Ah. Toes. So 195. We're jumping 135 after that one. And then 190. Body doesn't feel too bad. Oh no, you're fine. You're good. No, did you trip? Oh no, you're fine. Who? She was trying to grind? 135 going up. 135 going up, baby. All my CrossFitters rate my form for the snatches. I've been working on it. Still a little sloppy, but we getting there. We getting there. Today should be a short day. I don't know if I'm gonna hit everything, so should probably be in here for like hour and a half. It's usually like 2 to 3 hours we're in here. Doing some shuttle runs today. Yeah, I got some too. So I'll probably run it alongside you guys in a little bit. Feeling old. Feeling a little. That was nice. Feeling a little old. Thanks, Keely. I appreciate it. See, that's one thing about the CrossFit community, man. Everybody congratulating you. You got that support. It's kind of like at a global gym where everybody's staring at you if you're doing something different. So go to your local CrossFit box. All right, we went from 155, we got 185. Probably one more jump, and we can get into the workout. Woo! If this is not, oh, it's 77%. 105 should be what?
Uh, maybe. Most likely. I don't know. We'll see. Decisions. Ah, that was ugly. That was ugly. But we got it. I think that was a little bit more than 77%. So I get on to the workout. So for the workout, we got shuttle runs, first minute, muscle ups the second minute, third minute, barbell ground to overhead. So we can do cleans, we can do clusters, we can do snatches. What I'll probably do is snatches. It's at 135, so that's not too heavy. And it's only 6 reps. So I think starting off with snatches and if I have to switch to clean and jerks might be the move. I'm trying to think what I think the first 2 minutes I'll do snatches and then the last 2 sets I'll do clean and jerks just to see how it feels. And now we on to the next one. All right. All right, so we are starting with the shuttle runs. So let's pop some music on and then let's see how it goes. Let's lock in for 24 minutes. Four, 6. All good. All right, now we got some muscle ups. All right, so we got a few seconds. We're on to our next one. All right, now we got some barbell. All right, it's about to start getting spicy here. We all good though. All right, we all good. Trying to keep the heart rate down. Start with the snatches, moving to the cleans. Last one. Got some burpee box jump overs next. All right. Stay calm. All right. We're good. Oh, you're good. The 60 is kind of tricky. It's a little bit longer than you're used to. So it sparks the heart rate a little bit, but you're all good. Just one set down. Trying to keep the heart rate down. Whew. Yeah. Well, Shit is hard. I had about a minute before I had to go back in. It's only 2 rounds this time, so I'm trying to try to keep my heart rate down. It's about that time again. Ooh, I can.
So, session is done. As y'all seen, my shit cut off. I don't know what round it was. I was in the daze, but it cut off. I think it was towards the back half, but got it all done. It was tough. And then we hit some snatches. I was able to get some video of that, but it was hard, man. It was a hard day. I don't even think I got all the programming in, but I think that was enough for me. So this is official day 1 down. And I think we got about 35 more, so we locked in, baby. Let's get it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell icon to stay updated, man. Appreciate y'all, and see y'all tomorrow. Well, not even tomorrow. We got a rest day tomorrow. See you on Friday.